This program is sponsored by the Bank of Nevis Limited. Thank you, the Bank of Nevis. Hi, welcome to On the Tourism Trail. I'm your host, Pamela Martin. And today we are in Charlestown, Nevis at Nature's Best, which is an outlet that provides all kinds of lotions for your skin, your hair, everything, all natural ingredients. The owner and operator is Miss Camesha Morton, who is here with me today. And I am actually going to be making some sulfur soap. So follow along with us.
And welcome to Nature's Best Lab, where we formulate everything natural. And as you mentioned, we're going to be making our sulfur soap. And here we have our raw sulfur, which came from Dominica. And
so you bring it in from Dominica?
Yes, we brought the sulfur from Dominica. Most of the herbs otherwise that we use into our products, we grow them naturally, locally, and so we do raised beds, we have our garden, our farm and everything, so, yeah.
Okay, so you have your own farm, you grow everything that you
practically everything that you use here.
For example, tell us some ingredients.
We grow lemon balm, peppermint, spearmint, cilantro, thyme, rosemary, dandelions, what else? Aloe, moringa, neem. Sorry, not neem, but we harvest neem from the wild, basically. The glory cedar. What else do we grow?
So all the products, all the lotions, you do soaps, you do oils, you do creams, everything that you do here has some type of health benefit.
Yes.
For example, give us an example of something and the health benefit.
All right. We just put out on the market our nettle tincture. Nettle is used in quite a number of preparations for us. We use nettle in our shampoos, we use nettle in our body butters, our lotions and so on. We do nettle in our herbal teas. Nettle is one of the ingredients that has anti-inflammatory, antifungal and antimicrobial properties. So it's great in the tea as well as the tincture. The tincture is more potent, which helps it to carry to the different areas where you would be. Okay, let's say, for instance, you are struggling with anxiety attacks. A nettle tincture would be quicker to help you to relax than the tea. The tea, you have to take a time, brew the tea and everything, wait for it to cool, don't burn your mouth and stuff like that. But with the tincture, you just apply a few drops on the tongue and within minutes, you are relaxed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wonderful. So tell us about the actual Nature's Best. When did you start this operation?
Well, Nature's Best started in the year 2020 during the pandemic, basically.
Wow.
Yes. And the Nature's Best is actually, how I say it, it's a divine inspiration.
Okay.
Nature's Best, actually I've been doing hair, nails, manicure and pedicure and all that.
Okay, so you're in the beauty industry.
Right, beauty industry.
Okay.
Cosmetologist, basically.
Okay.
And at that point, I was kind of almost like paranoid because I'm like, my husband is the only one working. Lord, I cannot have anyone doing any nails or anything. I'm asking, every day I pray and I ask God to show me something that you want me to do in order to help my husband, because one hand cannot clap. I'm not those women who just sit back and lay back and just wait for their husband to just give them everything. I like to help.
Okay.
And I don't like to be idle.
Okay.
Sunday was my birthday and I spent the day baking.
Oh, wow.
So I cannot sit still. Thank you. So at that point, one morning I woke up and as normal, say my prayers, but I am not one who just pray and get up and go. I pray and I relax and I meditate to hear the Lord's voice speaking to me. And one morning I woke up and I hear natural products. I'm like, natural products? What are you talking about? Okay, not bad than mine. But the voice came back to me 3 times. And on the 3rd time, I sat my husband down and I told him, this is what God has been talking to me about.
Right.
And then he said, okay, that's something to look into. And from then, I decided to start studying. And I started researching and stuff. And the first course I did was aromatherapy for pain relief, because I was struggling with my hip for so long. My husband couldn't sleep at night because I would wake him up and tell him, hey, my hip is hurting, I cannot sleep. And I would be struggling with so much pain. So that is when I came around with the pain relieving lotion, which is still out there up till today. It sells like hot bread. And then I did a stronger one, which is the balm, the pain relief balm, where you rub mainly at nights. So those are the pain relief, yes.
And the rub.
And the rub, yes. So these are what helped me, and that I can move about today and sleep peacefully at nights. And so far, it's been doing amazing. We have amazing reviews from customers. I can say, for example, this guy who works at Mikey Slack Bakery. One time I passed and I saw him has a knee band on his knee, and I told him, what's wrong with your knee? And he told me that he's been suffering with his knee for a very long time. And, he's a baker, so he stand a long time. Right. And then I said, okay, you know what? I brought this for him to try. And when I brought it for him to try, within a week, 2 weeks, I've never saw him with the knee band again, up till a day like today. And then he did a review. So, yeah, this is where we started.
So you're basically self-taught.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say self-taught in a sense, but then I studied in order to boost my
understand what to do.
Right, and stuff.
Okay.
Presently, I am doing herbal medicine.
Oh, wow.
I never stop studying.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. So tell us, we're going to make some sulfur soap today. So tell us what ingredients we have here. Yeah. Sulfur from Dominica.
The raw sulfur from Dominica.
Okay.
And in here, we already measure out our oils. And here...
What kind of oils?
We have sunflower, olive, coconut, castor, and in here we have our shea butter. So the shea butter helps with the moisturizing properties for the skin.
All right.
And stuff. Yeah.
So what's next?
Just making sure everything is well melted.
Okay. And how often would you actually make the product, like for the soap? How often do you make the soap? Weekly or monthly?
Soaps, we try our best to keep up with stock. So per week we would make approximately 400 bars of soap, right? Correct?
Wow.
Something like that. And to make sure that we're on stock. And my stock for sulfur is going down. So
we're making sulfur soap today.
So we're making sulfur today.
Okay.
So as you can see in here, we still have some clumps.
Yes.
So we're just going to finish melt this out because everything has to be melted before it goes in.
Okay, so now we have our shea butter that is melted. And we have our
stick blender,
which is going to blend all the ingredients together.
Until it reaches trace.
And trace is?
Trace is the consistency where everything combines. And then you can pour it into the...
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get... blending, tracing.
So here we have our shea butter. We're just gonna add this to our oils. Okay. Let's give it a little stir. Make sure we get everything.
Okay. And then
I'm gonna add the sulfur.
Add the sulfur. Kind of gooey consistency. Yeah. Okay.
And then we're going to blend everything together. Go right ahead.
Is that okay to pulse it or should I keep it consistent?
Continue.
Strong, I can feel it pulling. And I can see it mixing up now to a nice consistency, changing colour slightly as the two ingredients mix together.
That's the sulfur here. Okay, keep it together and you can just go around. Alright, stop.
Okay.
So you can next we're gonna pour the lye water into our oils.
And the lye water is what exactly?
The lye water, it is sodium hydroxide. And sodium hydroxide is one of the dangerous chemicals, but it's what causes the soap to be made. Basically, without lye, there is no soap.
Okay.
All right. So what happens after the soap is ready and we pour in the molds and everything, we give it a few weeks, basically. Sometimes we leave for 2-3 weeks for the lye water to evaporate. So until the lye water has been evaporated, you are unable to use the soap because the lye will be present, basically similar.
Okay. So it's needed in order to formulate the soap, but then it evaporates and disappears
because
once
it's in
it's
water.
complete.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that, gently, I'm using a strainer, so any residue of the lye will not go down into our soaps.
Okay.
And if you notice, it's beginning to thicken up.
Yes. I see it.
And here, I'm gonna be using vinegar. So what we do, we spray our stuff because vinegar basically neutralize the lye,
Okay.
so it don't really get
That makes it safe.
right.
Is this approximately the spray range?
I've never really timed it to say, but it don't take that long.
Sulfur is specifically good for?
Good for acne, eczema,
Acne, eczema.
ringworm,
Okay, so
skin patches.
mild skin
Yes,
conditions. Okay.
yeah. Lotus, pigmentations. So we're gonna be pouring.
So these are the molds, in other
Yes.
words. Okay. So basically it's just rectangle.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
rectangle.
So you pour into the mold.
One mold at a time. Stop.
Okay.
You just even it out, level it.
This is the leveling technique.
So this process is called cold process.
Cold
soap.
process.
Yeah, cold
Okay.
process. There's a hot process. The hot process where we actually cook the soap on the fire.
On the fire.
Yeah, it's the same method, but just that we cook the process on. We cook the soap until
Until it's mixed at that point.
yes, and at that time you can use the soaps basically right away because the lye will not be present.
Oh, so the heat
Yeah.
makes it evaporate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come pour a little bit more.
So then after that, would you still pour it into the mold from the heat?
Yes, but it would be a little bit harder. It won't be like this.
Okay. Okay, so let's just level it up a little bit more. Like so. Nice.
So the batter is much. So we're gonna get.
You're going to do, yes, have enough for another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 more molds.
And this is how many bars you said here? 16?
Yeah, 16.
16.
So the two
that's
will
good.
be 32.
So once, how long does it take to set? How many,
This,
how many weeks did you say?
With the method that I use, it takes me less than 24 hours to set. Before, when I started soaps, I would wait until 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's our soap cutter, where we get all bars even.
Okay.
So we just basically cut it.
Oh, this is the, also it's just like a guillotine.
Yeah, similar.
Okay. So 24 hours, that's all.
Yeah. Take your time. Go, you turn it down, baby. Careful.
I feel the heat in the bucket. You're going to scrape?
Yeah. Just help you. So you can shake them all. Level it up. Making sure we scrape all that goodness.
Yeah, it gets everything out. Zero wastage. 4 again. Actually made 4 containers of soap. So after the 24 hours, when it's set, you can cut it immediately thereafter.
Yeah, we
Okay.
cut it and then we put it in the rack to
And then
dry.
Oh, and then it dry. How long does it dry for?
I normally leave the soaps for 2 weeks
2 weeks to dry.
to dry. Yeah.
Okay, and that's when the lye evaporates out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once it's dried, you can just package it,
Yes,
Okay.
we do.
and that's it. Label it, and it's done.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we have 64, potentially 64 bars of sulfur soap made today at Nature's Best in Charlestown.
We
Nevis.
usually give a
Oh, what does that do?
just a little style on the soap.
Oh, on the edges, so
basically.
it's not smooth.
Mhm.
Oh.
So we do this to pack all of our soaps basically. Some of the soaps we actually put in dry raw materials onto the soaps, like for instance lavender or chamomile, depending on which soap that we're making.
Okay. Okay, this has been a wonderful experience. I've never made soap before. So this is my first time making soap. So thank you so much for allowing me to help you today.
No
Just before we
problem.
go, can you just tell everybody how you can be found? Your number, if you're on social media, so that they can actually follow
All
you.
right, so we are located on Government Road, Upper Government Road, right below the Church of Christ. I like to give person the direction, the landmark of the hospital or the former Riviera House. So we at the road on the top above Riviera House, the same crossroad below the hospital. So if you're coming up, you're gonna take a right. If you're coming down, you're gonna take a left. When you take whichever direction you're coming from, the second property on your right hand side.
Can't
That's
miss it.
Nature's
It's
Best.
pretty,
You can't.
beautiful green colour and full of greenery, and it looks already natural.
Yes.
So it's beautiful. Any telephone number?
Our
Camesha?
numbers are 869-663-7646 or 764-8793. And you can find us on Facebook at Nature's Best SKN and Instagram Nature's Best _ Nature's _best _ SKN. So it's Nature's Best, but you just follow the
in between.
underscores in between.
Okay. And so you can get the oils. Just give us a quick rundown again of some of the different products that you do.
So we carry body butters, body scrubs, shampoo, conditioners, moisturizers, serums, tinctures, activated charcoal, cold and flu rubs, cold and flu teas, herbal teas for women with fibroids, cysts, or menstrual cramps and irregularities. We have teas for cold and flu as well. What else? We do local drinks sweetened with raw honey. We don't use sugar. We don't talk about sugar. So yeah. And what else do we have? Oh, we have a wide variety of soaps, and yeah, that's basically it. So we cater for persons with eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, dandruff, lotus, pigmentations, high blood pressure, diabetes, and so on and so forth.
Excellent.
Yes.
So you can actually walk in right to the storefront. Camesha and her husband here will be happy to serve you, to help you, whatever you need. I'm sure they will have something that will help you. So again, Camesha, thank you for being my guest today on the Tourism Trail. It was great. Thank you for allowing me
it was
to
nice.
I look forward to seeing the end result.
No, that's
of the
vinegar.
soap
We
that
need
made
alcohol.
today. Okay, so that's it for this week's edition of On the Tourism Trail. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.
Nowhere but my